Hey, Dustin Holston is here from Advanced Nutrition Solutions to talk about some of the challenges that might keep us from losing weight. So thanks so much for stopping by today.
As always, thank you so much.
Yeah, so let's start with this. Why might calorie counting apps maybe not work for everyone?
Yeah, and this is something that, a lot of coaches don't, I don't want to say don't know, but maybe they don't sympathize as much as they should. But when you download one of those apps, I always ask in the viewers, and you can answer this out loud, did it ask you about chronic health conditions? Did it ask you about menopause? Did it ask you about hypothyroidism or low testosterone in men? Or did they ask about PCOS or diabetes or insulin? They don't, right? They don't ask any of those core questions. And so all of those issues can actually lead to metabolic damage, making weight loss harder. And so you download that app, it gives you X amount of calories, carbs, protein, and fats. You follow it for a few weeks, you gain weight or you don't lose weight, and you get frustrated and you say, hey, this just doesn't work for me. But it's not your fault that it doesn't work for you. And we're very sympathetic because we understand how metabolic conditions like those that I mentioned can really drastically cause excess weight gain, make you feel terrible, no energy, high cortisol levels, things like that. And so sometimes there is a little manipulation that needs to happen if you're someone that does struggle with that. And in my opinion, probably 70% of Americans, a traditional calorie counting app may not be very effective to help them long term.
Okay, so I've heard you mention metabolism. What are some conditions that might slow this down?
Yeah, so we have tons of research over the last 20 years on this, but we see, there was a study from 2019 that said polycystic ovarian syndrome in women can actually decrease your metabolism by 700 calories. That means your friend without it could eat 700 more calories than you and not gain weight. I mean, like, how crazy is that? But we see insulin resistance messing with, and diabetes messing with fat metabolism. We know low testosterone in men can cause issues with weight gain. Menopause slows the metabolism. Of course, hypothyroidism not only slows the metabolism, but it makes you cold and gives you less energy. So do you really want to meal prep or go to the gym or do a workout if you have that? But one of my favorite studies is the Biggest Loser study, and what they found was people who did the Biggest Loser and lost their weight, they re-looked at them 6 years later following, in my opinion, a little bit more dangerous diet than most, and they actually saw a 600 calorie permanent drop in their metabolism even 6 years later. So that means if you've done dangerous diet history, like really super low carb, or calorie, not carb specific, but super low calorie, you can actually crash your metabolism. But there's autoimmunes and Hashimoto's, and so we have a plethora. And when we see poor gut health can impact your metabolism. So it's much more complicated than most people think, and that's why, Advanced Nutrition Solutions, we sympathize with that, because these are legitimate concerns that you should have, and understand that, look, this isn't your fault. You didn't ask for an autoimmune disorder. You didn't ask for PCOS. You didn't ask for X, Y, and Z. And sometimes you need a little bit of special care to help overcome it.
But so how do you overcome it?
Yeah, so, it depends on the specific condition. But for most of them, we got to fix the metabolism. And we talk about fixing the metabolism, we're talking about typically being more active. Don't be afraid to do some resistance training. One of the things that we take pride in is, like, we create plans based off of what you can and cannot do. We have a nearly world famous 10-minute body weight workout. My client Mandy, which was on the screen a little bit ago, lost 200 pounds in 16 months, literally doing a 10-minute workout following our diet. Normally, increasing protein will also help you drive your metabolism up a little bit too. Also, and that's actually Mandy there, these tips also will help you get a leaner, toner physique, so that way you're not only losing more weight and burning more fat, but you're also in a situation where you can actually, help flatten the belly, tone up the body, get those toned legs or toned arms or whatever it might be. But the biggest thing is just understand that these are not your fault.
Right.
But once you realize, hey, look, I didn't ask for these conditions, let's do something about it. We have
find a plan.
Yeah, we have the resources now that, I can guarantee weight loss no matter what the chronic health condition is. If you can be consistent, and we even include your favorite foods. We figure out how to fit your favorite foods in to create a lifestyle that's manageable, something that you don't wake up on a Friday morning going, oh, I got to diet again. Like, I don't even want you to know you're dieting. I want you to eat your favorite foods in moderation, kind of trick you a little bit. One thing we are offering, if you want to text text that number.
Okay.
On the screen, we have this amazing women's and men's weight loss quiz that actually goes over chronic health conditions, and we give free advice.
Oh.
So if you want to text us, I'll gladly send that to you. And then also we give all WSAZ viewers $500 off coaching. So if you want to fill that out, you can schedule a one-on-one with me. It's completely free, no high pressure sales, things like that. We'll talk about your goals and see how we can help you.
All right. Well, Dustin, thanks so much for stopping by
Thank you
and
so
sharing
much.
all this with us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.